Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that we link with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Still been enjoying that England win over the weekend. Of course, we move into a new week. The semi-finals taking place, Spain versus Italy tomorrow, and then the big one on Wednesday, England versus Denmark at Wembley. I'm very lucky I got a ticket to that. Looking forward to that game. First game of football I'd have been to for ages because I missed out on the ballot for the last couple Arsenal games. And hopefully Saka will be playing. He's now fit after he picked up that knock in training. So please let Saka play. That'd be brilliant to go to Wembley and see an Arsenal representative at that game. It's going to be a busy week as well for Arsenal. Let's not forget, we're closing in now on the start of pre-season. I think it's the 17th of July is when we start our first pre-season game against Hibernian. You know, we've got a couple of games in Scotland, then we play Rangers, then we fly out to America for those couple of games. So the games are coming thick and fast, right? And we've got to get our business done very, very early, as I've been saying over and over again. Expect to see a couple of signings this week. Nuno Tavares, I think, will get announced this week. We know that he's been in the country. He's had his medical. The left back, going to be a backup, of course, to Kieran Tierney. I expect to see that one announced this week. And, that's going to be a very welcome signing because we know that we do need backup in that area, and it provides a bit of competition to Kieran Tierney. Not that he needs it. He's a driven player. But listen, always good to keep every player on their toes. So expect to see that one announced. And then there's the Albert Sambi Lokonga one. The Anderlecht 21-year-old, we've been linked with him for the past month. Very interesting that he's not joined Anderlecht for their pre-season training camp, and we're being told that he's not taking photos, the team photos for Anderlecht. And again, another signing that's expected to be done sometime this week. We really do want to get these players in time so that they can have a good pre-season, something that Mikel Arteta complained about last season, not having a good pre-season. Want to get them in to make sure they have a good pre-season this time around. Players are going to be moving out as well. Matteo Guendouzi, pictured yesterday in Marseille. There he is there with a Marseille fan. He's on the verge of joining Marseille. The move is imminent now, just waiting on the announcement. A loan with an option to buy. That means it's kind of goodbye to Matteo Guendouzi. He's leaving. Deal said to be worth around about £10 million, which, it's not a lot, is it, when you consider the talent that this kid has. But, it's just not worked out between him and Mikel Arteta. It is a shame. He's a big Arsenal fan as well. But, that's almost certain that he's joining Marseille. William Saliba as well could follow him, not on a permanent basis, as was reported by some of these publications yesterday, but he's looking to join them on a season-long loan, which of course will be his third loan. So that also could be announced this week. It's going to be, I think, this week could be quite a busy week as regarding announcements or sort of getting to further know the movements of certain players. Now, what about Ben White? That's been the number one target. It was Buendia. Before that, we lost out on, we lost out on Buendia. Could we lose out on Ben White as well? We know that Arsenal have gone hard in for Ben White. Offering up towards £50 million for him. No small sum, especially for a defender. Well, we're being told today that Chelsea have now entered the race. They're very interested. They're looking for a defender. Now, if Chelsea get involved and get serious, this is a problem. Arsenal need to move fast and get this one tied up ASAP. Of course, Chelsea, Champions League winners in Europe, will be fighting for the league next season, no doubt, looking to strengthen their squad. One of the areas that they are looking to strengthen is in defence, and they've identified Ben White as well. And now, if they come in, it starts to become a problem. We know already that another one of those teams interested in Ben White has been Manchester City. They've shown an interest as well. shows you that he's a quality player, because these sort of teams wouldn't be showing so much interest in him if he weren't. But Arsenal have got to get this one done. They've got to complete this ASAP now. It would be very, very damaging and embarrassing, especially amongst the fans, if we were to lose out on this one after losing out on Buendia to Aston Villa. And talking of Aston Villa set to make a third bid for Emil Smith-Rowe. They're not going away. They're very serious. They've made a couple of bids already. The last bid was for £30 million. Said to be looking to make another bid now for about £32.5 million. Is this Villa putting these bids in, or is the agent trying to drive the price up? I don't know. I just don't, it's not going to happen. Arsenal have already said he's not for sale. I think the only thing that would make Arsenal sell him, it would have to be something beyond ridiculous. And, they're just not going to do it right now. I mean, it looks like Grealish, they're sort of accepting that Grealish could be on his way out, and they see Smith-Rowe as a replacement. But I mean, especially at the moment, the way things have been going for Arsenal, it would be an absolute, own goal disaster if they sold Smith-Rowe to Villa, especially after losing out on Buendia. But they ain't going away. They're getting very aggressive in the transfer market, which is something we always want to see Arsenal doing. Matt Ryan, who of course was at Arsenal as number 2 last season on loan, he's set to join Real Sociedad, right? So he's leaving. He's set to join Real Sociedad. And if he goes, that means that we could possibly need 2 keepers. Because you think about it, the way things have been looking is that, Leno could be leaving. If Leno refuses to extend his contract, if all these targets that we've been hearing about, Aaron Ramsdale, Sam Johnson yesterday, we might need 2 keepers, because Matt Ryan, of course, was the number 2. We know that Runarsson just didn't look at it, about it last season. So we may need 2 goalkeepers. Are Arsenal going to move again for Andre Onana? We know all about this guy. We know he's facing that ban at the moment. Well, not facing it. He's on a ban at the moment. Banned from playing football. He's had it reduced, but he won't be able to play football until November for Arsenal. Now, we're being told today that Lyon have made an offer for Andre Onana. Peter Bosz, who used to work with Onana at Ajax, is the new manager of Lyon and would like to bring him in at Lyon. Ajax, as we know, won about £7 million for him. Will Arsenal act on this one? Onana apparently wants to be brought into wherever he goes as a number 1. He's not up for playing a number 2, apparently. However, the problem that Arsenal got is that, he can't play till November. So even if you wanted to bring him in as a number 1 right now, you'd be bringing in a number 1 that can't play in some of the most important games that we're going to have this season, which is Brentford first game, Chelsea, Man City. I think we played Tottenham. There's huge games before we even get to November. And then even then, he'd still have to have like a sort of mini pre-season and assimilate. Probably wouldn't see him properly until, say, Christmas. So it's a bit of a dilemma, this goalkeeping situation for Arsenal. Again, it's not the priority for me. We've got Leno. We do need a number 2. I think Matt Ryan would have been a decent number 2, but it does look like he's on his way to Real Sociedad. So that one's out the window. So a very, very critical next few weeks now for Arsenal. As I said, pre-season starting very, very soon. And as we said, Mikel Arteta last year saying that, didn't get a pre-season. He moaned about that. Got to get the players in that he wants for this pre-season ASAP. And that means there has to be some movement very soon. We still need that attacking midfielder, right? We know that Odegaard's out of the picture now. We still need that player. We haven't got it. We're after Ben White. That's not secured yet. Defensive midfielder, not secured yet. Busy times and we've got to get it right if we're going to have a good season. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to check out AFTV News Daily tonight. We'll be updating you on all the stories of today, so make sure you check that out tonight. And check out all of our content from over the weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the morning.